so nice to be having a sit down this morning. You will see why as we head into July. Oh, poem. Hello, gorgeous people. Yes, you. I'm talking about you, you gorgeous person, you. How are you all doing? I really hope you're well. I am a little bit, but I'm really, really grand. And yeah, welcome back. I'm back kind of properly now, normal. As some of the naysayers were saying, I want your normal videos. Well, there's going to be a whole lot of normal videos coming soon. Yay! So, gosh, where to begin today? Right, okay, let's just begin by, I want to say thank you, first of all, for those last 4 little videos, the little quiet, simple ones. Overwhelmingly, such a lovely response. And so many people really got what those videos were about. They were very simply about appreciating things, not taking anything for granted, even something like a satsuma. What a beautiful, beautiful fruit that is. And once it's peeled and just there, it's such a gorgeous little thing. But so often we're in such a hurry in life. We take so much for granted, don't we? So in a way, that's what the videos were about, was about saying, let's not take things for granted, because there's beauty in even those most mundane things or moments in a day. Let us appreciate and be thankful for things. It's not quite as hot now. Some lemon. Zingy, zingy. Yeah, so it's partly about not taking things for granted and partly about just, seeing the beauty in ordinary things, and more than anything, allowing ourselves to slow down from time to time. You know, even on a daily basis, just have 5 minutes each day that are slow and quiet, and where we can be lost in our thoughts and be grateful or thankful, whatever. Anyway, so yes, thank you. Most of you got that that's what it was about, and those who didn't like them, well, just don't watch, simple as that. But a couple of things came up from them. There were a couple of, there's one running theme in particular that just, I kind of clocked it, I think, after the second or third one, and I just thought, this is so lovely. I want to mention it today, and that is the number of people, so many people mentioning their grandma, or their nan, however you call her, in relation to playing cards. Also, quite a few people said, I haven't played cards with real cards for years. I think of a lot of us play cards on the computer because it's easy, isn't it? You finish your work, have a quick game of cards online. But yeah, there's nothing quite beats that visceral, tactile pleasure of playing with real cards. But yeah, so loads of you wriggling. I've just come running back from the post office. Calm. Yeah, lots of people mentioned their grandma and that watching me play various games of patience or solitaire, whatever you call them, reminded them of times with their grandma, either playing solitaire at their nan's house or playing cards with their grandma. And of course, it's my grandparents that taught me to play cards, me and my sister. And yeah, I can still picture us around the little table, sort of smallish dining table in the snug at Greenacres playing cards. We play cards pretty much every evening. This was a household where the TV went on for, say, the news or big momentous stuff, but generally speaking, the TV was not on. We played cards together. So I have many, many happy memories of my grandma too, although you never want to sit to the left of grandma when you're playing rummy, because she's a swooper. She swoops in and grabs the lot. Never sit on the left of grandma. She'll have the lot away. Poor Grandad always ended up on the left of her, and he was just like, can't do anything. And also the pack of cards I was playing with, well done, a couple of you spotted it. They were bought from RNLI, the lifeboats. I've had them for years and years and years. They actually, when did we go down? I think it was 2018. So either 2018 or 2019. My sister and I, plus my cousin Ben and his wife, we had a long weekend down at my grandparents'. Obviously my grandparents long since gone, but we had a long weekend down there. It was so lovely. And on the first evening, I'd packed my cards. I'd packed that pack of cards. On that first evening, I said, does anyone fancy a game of cards? And my sister's face lit up. She's like, God, I haven't played cards for ages. I haven't played cards absolutely ages. Yeah, her face lit up. And I was like, Rummy? She's like, yeah, defo. Weirdly though, my cousin, I don't know whether it's an age difference thing, but he didn't know it. He hadn't played cards as much with Grandma and Granddad. He didn't know the rules we were playing by, family rules. Anyway, we taught him and we taught Kate, and we played a load we played every evening, but my sister and I kept winning because we're such old hands at the game, you know. I think I was taught to play rummy as soon as I was big enough to hold my cards in my hand. Anyway, so it just struck me, that's so lovely how many folk commented to say that the card, they associate playing cards, whether it's solitaire or, you know, a family game, with their nan. Oh, love that. Also, Kerry was asking about the rug on the floor. Oh, also, hang on. This might be a long, rambly one today. I don't know. I might get through everything really quickly. It doesn't matter. We're on our own time. We'll do what we want. Yes, so, firstly, about sitting on the floor cross-legged. I know a couple of people remarked, like, how on earth are you sitting on the floor cross-legged? Are your knees not as bad as you make out? No, my knees are bad. My knees are really bad when I'm walking or if I'm standing. Crazy as it seems, sitting cross-legged is actually the most comfortable position for my knees. And I don't know whether it's because if this is my leg when it's straight, when I'm sitting cross-legged like that, it opens up that space in my knee. Maybe that's what it is. I've always sat cross-legged. Sometimes I sit in proper yoga. I don't do that so much these days. But I've always sat cross-legged. All my life. I still do. It is weirdly comfortable for me. Getting down there and then getting back up again is a nightmare. And it's the most ugly, undignified affair imaginable. I have to sort of crawl across to the sofa, arms onto the sofa, push myself up. But yeah, I've just always been comfortable being on the floor. And, you know, as many of you will remember who've been here a while, how many times have you seen me gardening, sat on my bum, on my grass paths, cross-legged, leaning forward into the bed to do my gardening. So yeah, I know some people found that a bit peculiar, like, I thought you had bad knees, how can you sit cross-legged, comfy? Back to the rug. Kerry was asking about the rug and she said, I bet there's a story to it. Kerry, you're right, there is a story to it. I'll relate it quickly because I think I've told the story before, I can't remember. I think I might have told it before. Anyway, hang on a sec, wet me whistle. Back in 98, was it, or 99? My grandmother, my dad's mum, who I'd really not had much to do with over the years, not a very nice person, she died and left everything pretty much to my dad. But my sister and I each got 500 quid. My dad was an only child, so we were her only grandchildren. Anyway, we each got 500 quid. And it just so happened that I was I planned a trip anyway. I went for a few weeks to the island of Lesbos, Mytilene, either or, and it's very, very close to Turkey, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to stay in Lesbos, was because then I could get over to Turkey. So that's what I did. So I took a ferry to Turkey, got to Turkey. The reason I wanted to go is very close. It's about 25 miles inland or so, about 40 kilometres inland, is a place called Pergamon. Well, that's the archaeological site. I had to look up because I couldn't remember the name of the nearest town. The town is Bergama. But the archaeological site of Pergamon, and it's the city of Pergamon. I'd always wanted to go there. Brilliant. So popped over to Turkey, hopped on a bus, got myself over to Pergamon, spent 4 or 5 hours exploring. Boy, oh boy, it was hot. Then, after exploring in Pergamon, then went down into this town of Bergama to the souk. Was it in Bergama? I'm trying to remember now. No, I'd gone back to the coast. I know I was at the coast because then I was waiting for another ferry. Anyway, having done my archaeological wanderings, I love going to these ancient classical sites. Back down to the coast, to the town there, to the souk, and then ended up, kind of accidentally, I ended up at a rug merchant's place, a huge place. And I was just in time for, I guess it was like not really a tour, but they were doing a sort of a half-hour history. It's kind of a sales pitch, essentially. So they did this thing, and I sat, and we were all brought tea. That was lovely, having some mint tea. And yeah, it was all lovely. And I saw the rug. I thought, God, it's beautiful. It's so expensive. And then afterwards, pretty much everyone left. It was all kind of tourists. The people all left. Anyway, I hung around because I really wanted to get myself a rug. Really wanted to get myself a rug. And I had that 500 quid from my grandma. And I thought, what a great way to use that little bit of inheritance. I could have paid a month of my mortgage. No, I wanted something to keep. Anyway, so I ended up, God, I was there for about an hour chatting, and they took me into different rooms, showing me all sorts of rugs. And I kept saying over and over, I can't afford it, I can't afford it. My rug, this particular place, they supply rugs to Liberty in London, Liberties of London. Rugs this size in Liberty. Then, so we're going back 25 years now. They were selling in Liberty this sort of size and this quality for £5,000 and upwards. With this rug, they came down to £1,000, and I said, look, I'm sorry, I absolutely cannot afford it. I've only got 500 quid. I cannot. I said, I'm not even. I would never haggle. I'm not one to haggle. I would pay them twice rather than haggle. Anyway, long story short, and I think it was towards the end of I was there in October, end of September. No, it must have been end of September. It was still quite hot. They were showing me all sorts of others, and I just didn't fall in love with them. This one I had fallen in love with, just the colours. Anyway, long story short, they said 500, we shook hands, and that included them delivering it to the UK for me, amazingly. So there's a label on the back, sort of an authentication label, which I signed the label, so that when it arrived in London, I can check, there's my signature signed into the rug. So that's the story of my rug, but actually, having left the rug place, I then wandered around the souk for a while. I love wandering. Markets in other countries, I love it. Spices and, fruits and veg. And sometimes there's a vegetable and I think, what on earth is that? I have no idea what it is. I don't speak a word of Turkish. but you know, sometimes with a bit of pointing and miming. A few words of Greek. Actually, so many people speak English, don't they? But I don't want to rely on that. So that was lovely, and I had about an hour and a half to wait for my ferry. I had a book with me. Of course I had a book with me. I think I was probably rereading Homer or something like that. I theme my books according to my travels. So just before I went back down to the harbour, I bought myself some baklava. Whoa, I love baklava. Anyway, I bought a kilo of the stuff. I meant to get 100 grams. I bought a kilo. It's masses. And of course, I didn't think about it. I wasn't allowed to take it on the ferry back to Mytilene because I'm actually changing country. You're not taking food from one country into another. I was forgetting I'm going from Turkey to Greece. So I sat there on the harbour reading Homer, eating baklava until I was feeling sick. And there's loads of little cats. All the cats came out. It's like, do you want some baklava? Even the cats didn't want any more baklava. But yeah, I stuffed my face with a kilo of baklava. Got on the boat, and let's just say I had to sit right on the top of the boat in the fresh air because my stomach didn't like me. Anyway, that's the story of the rug on the floor. My granny died. She left me 500 quid. I went to Turkey and I bought a rug. There we go. So that's, yeah, anyway, so that's all come out of those last few quieter videos. Now, as we go into... I need one of my quiet videos. As we go into July, hold that thought. There's going to be, well, most of the videos you're going to see in July I've already filmed. Most of July's videos are already in the can. I think there's probably going to be 2 or 3 more that I will film as we go through July, which is exactly what I was saying when I finished at the end of May, and I said, you know, I probably will film a bit, but it worked out great for me that I've basically been a really busy bunny, as you'll see. And not just what you'll see in the videos, there's been all sorts of stuff around that. Of course, when you watch a video, it's just it's like the tip of a huge iceberg of life. Here's my iceberg of life, and the videos are like that bit there. But it worked really well for me in so much as I was getting on. It's like all the flat stuff. I was getting on with things, and you know, sometimes I'd have the camera out and I'm talking to you down the camera. But what I didn't do, if I'd been putting those videos out in June, what would happen is I'd get to say 1 or 2 o'clock. I'm in the middle of something. Let's say, I don't know, I didn't do this, but let's say I was decorating the living room. And then at 1 or 2 o'clock, I'd stop decorating in order to get the film done and ready to show on YouTube, because it takes hours because of the slow computer. Blah, blah, blah. I heard all that before. And then what tends to happen is the video, I prioritise that instead of the decorating. So this time around, it's been great. I've prioritised the work. All the time the work has been the priority, and quite often after a couple of days my body has been like angry with me. Vivi, you've done too much, stop. So on those kind of angry stop days, great, I sit at the computer and edit and render videos. Brilliant. So yeah, there's God, I'm really stiff today because of what I was up to yesterday. Anyway, yeah, so that's all to come. I'm very excited to be back. I mean, I didn't go anywhere. I was just quiet. What else did I want to catch you up on before we go into this? Okay. I've got a few... that's that bit. I've got little bits of paper everywhere because I don't want to forget anything or anyone. So, some thank yous to say. This is going to be a really quick one. I'm going to say thank you, Lisa, on the Wirral. Your parcel arrived. It's ended up in a video because the timing was incroyable. The timing of it was impeccable. And it really cheered me up. So that's all in a video that's going to come later in July. Towards the end of July, I think that video is due to come out. So thank you, Lisa. But I just want to say that now, so you know it's arrived. I want to say hello to Mary and Rachel, who are neighbours-ish. They're in my hood-ish. And again, they're going to come up in a video later in the month. But I just wanted to say a quick hello to them because I'd never met them before. I was having let's just say I was having a slightly stressful day. And out of nowhere, two beautiful smiles and a hello. And I turn, Mary, Rachel, thank you so much for making what was turning into a really horrible day so beautiful. Thank you to you two. And like I said, there's more of an explanation of that in a video in July. It's all videos in July. So also, oh, beautiful card. I love this card. It's called, I think it's just called Greenwich Park. Yes, Greenwich Park. It's not too far from me. Greenwich was the university I studied at to do my nursing degree. This came from Angela. Thank you, lovely. And a really, the book's over there. I haven't even started the book yet. It came about 3 weeks ago and it's been sat there waiting for me to start it. And I can't wait because it's a beautiful book, which I'll tell you about later or when I've read it. It's so, I just know it's going to be so me. But the fact that I don't think I've read anything for about 3 weeks. In the quiet video, that bit of me reading, I think it was at the end of the third video, that's going back to something like the second week of June. That's the last time I read. That kind of, that lets you know how busy I've been, that I haven't been reading. But anyway, Angela sent me a book, can't wait to read it, can't wait to talk to you about it. Fabulous. And then from Emma, this turned up, gosh, Emma, this thank you is long overdue. I think this must have turned up right at the end of May after I decided I needed a break. Shampoo, soap, and they smell of, it's minty. Do you know Mentos? You know the chewy mints, Mentos? They smell like Mentos. It's so woohoo, whooshy wake up. I can't remember which, there's a note. One is a soap and one is a shampoo bar. I think that's the shampoo bar. I don't know this brand. Nope. Nope. I ain't having plastic in my life. Anyway, Emma had these. Anyway, they're not right for her, so she thought, I know, I'll send them on to Vivi because Vivi uses this stuff. Emma, thank you so much. Emma's from up in Southport on the Lancashire coast. Very close to where I grew up, and actually Southport is where my dad lived. Thank you. Yay, some lovely stuff from Southport. Thank you, lovely. I've got a shampoo bar on the go at the moment. Oh gosh, they last for months and months. That might not get started till Christmas. Who knows? That might not get started till I'm in a new home. Goodness me. Oh yeah, I know you're all going to want to know about the house situation, aren't you? Hold on, another slug. It feels like a mega catch. Oh, just before house, a couple more thank yous to say. I had a lovely letter from Sue, and I've kept the paper. I'm not going to. Anyway, the letter, yeah, I've kept it because isn't that paper gorgeous? I want to do something with it. I don't know what. Actually, I've got a little drawer, a little tiny. Is it tidy in there? Can I show? Just checking that it's tidy. I've got this little tiny drawer in there. Oh, it would fit actually. I was thinking I could maybe line the bottom of a drawer with it. That would be perfect. Right, that's going in there. Just so pretty, isn't it? I love that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, pretty paper. Right, pop that away again. And then something very curious arrived a couple of days ago. It's just got a box number on it. but I think by a bit of scrutiny, am I thanking Helen? Did I see the name Helen or Heather somewhere? Anyway, this lovely little bundle is from something called the Dandelion Horticultural Society in Canada. Was it Canada? Yeah, in Canada. And inside, they're just these little, I'm trying to fan to show you. These little leaflets, little pamphlets from the Dandy Drawing Club. It's cute as pie. So each one, there's sort of little things, words, thoughts, space to do your drawings, little bits on the back. Just little bit. It's just cute. In appreciation of dandelions. I mean, I opened it, I thought, what on earth is this? Little words, little bits of poems. Dandelions are part of community of ants and bees and butterfly and birds. Capture some friends and neighbours. Yeah, so it's just an encouragement to well, this is how I took it anyway. It seemed perfect, particularly with my quiet, slow, simple videos. It's an encouragement to just stop and look really closely at things, really appreciate the beauty in that tiniest little thing. And we think, oh, dandelion weeds. But you know, they're leaves. They have the most beautiful shaped leaves and they're good to eat. When they're in full flower, is there a yellow more cheerful, more full of joy and sunshine and perfection than a dandelion flower? And of course, when we see the seed heads, all of us as children have blown. How many blows does it take to get all the seeds off? Oh, if it takes 11 blows, it must be 11 o'clock. You know, same as, do I like buttercups by putting it... So I loved that. I'm not going to do it at the moment. I really love the idea of each one. It's not a challenge so much as an encouragement to make this something I do today. So I've got plans for them. I'm going to keep them all together for now, and they're going to come with me when I move. We're getting to that stage now where everything's going to be before move, after move. They're going to come with me because I want that to be part of my new life. My life's not going to change that much, but my new life when I move. And in a way, June has been a practice month for me this month of really, really making sure that I make time to slow, to stop even, because I really haven't done that for years and years and years and years. And that's not to say I've spent years never being in the moment. I'm often in the moment and I'm often really loving it. But yeah, just to do it in a more conscious way. So whoever you are out there who sent that, thank you. It fits perfectly with my... Yeah, sorry, I just nudged you and picking something up. Yeah, I mean, it totally fits with who I am at the moment and who I want to carry forward and carry on being. Now then. Oh yeah, and just also very briefly, thank you so much for the way people responded to the coffee, buy me a coffee. Thank you so much. I was so nervous about doing that and a bit shy and like, oh, I don't like talking about money. But Jay from Hilltop Farm, hi Jay, put it absolutely brilliantly. He said, Vivi, think of it as a tips jar on the counter. If people want to leave a tip, they can. If they don't want to leave a tip, that's fine. It's like I welcome you all into my restaurant and you can eat for free. And then you can leave if you want to. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. However, if you liked the service and you want to leave a little tip, brilliant, because I earn less than a waiter. But yeah, come on in and eat for free. It's all free, as much as you want. And then you can go without paying. It's fine. Especially if you're broke. Sorry, itchy schnozzle. If you're a bit broke like me, just come and have the meal and then go. And just as long as you enjoy it. That's all it is. That's all it boils down to. And remember that you're getting a free meal, so don't be crabby. Those crabby ones. There aren't many crabs, fortunately. Ah, well, talking of crabs, I'm a crab. Yay, yay for the month of us crabs, as in Cancer. July. My favouriteest month in the whole year. Even in August, I start looking forward to next July. I love it. And you know, as we go into July this year, I know a lot of you remember, it's coming up for a year since my sister died. I'm not going to get maudlin about it today. I do that privately. I still cry about her. I miss her like mad. And I am gutted that she's not doing this house move journey. Did I just say the J word? I did. Don't laugh at me, sis. I'm really gutted she's not on this house move pathway with me. We have such similar taste, and you know, she was so excited for me because she knows what I want and she knows my dreams of how it will be, and she would love that for herself too. And one of the things that really guts me is that I can picture the pair of us, me and my sis, in my new garden, smallish garden. It might even be like a sort of a courtyardy garden, but with plenty of lush growth, maybe some sort of tree that spreads over, not too huge, but spreads over to give a bit of shade. And in the middle, a table, and we're either side and our chairs, and it's 9:30 in the evening on a summer's night. It's still warm. The air is just kissing us all over. We've had our dinner, but on the table are the remains of that dinner. You know, there's a little bit of a hunk of bread left, a little bowl with some oil in. Maybe there's a few olives left over, a few bits of cheese. She's got her glass of wine. I've got my glass of beer, and we're just chatting and enjoying a summer's night. And occasionally, oh yeah, go on, I'll have one more olive then. Are you having that bread? No, can I have it? All right, yeah, you have it. I'm going to have that bread. Dip it in a bit of oil. I wasn't going to get weepy. Now I'm going to get weepy. Goodness me, that image is so strong in my mind. And I know that she would have loved that for me, as in for my garden, but also for both of us, for her coming and visiting and spending time. So I'm really gutted she's not around for that. And because of that, you know, because it is leading up to that anniversary, there have been moments in June that have been really, you know, really quite difficult. I've had moments of anger. I've had moments, I mean, I still can't quite believe she's not here. I talk to her every day. Moments of sadness. But you know what? For the most part, throughout June, I've been so happy. Just been really, really happy. I've been happier than I've been in a long time. And I think partly just because I'm getting the jobs done, partly, in all honesty, because I had that break from social media. So I had the break from all the nagging voices and you know, when we talk about trolls, it's not just about people saying, oh, you're so ugly, I wish you'd die. I mean, that's an obvious troll. They're easy to deal with. You just delete them. It's more those people who just have a little criticism on every single video. Oh, that's too much water when I'm watering my plants. No, it's not. Oh, you've done that wrong. Oh, it's just that. Anyway, I'm not going to go there again. So the point is, I've been so happy throughout June, really, really happy, even with those moments of real, just like heart being ripped out of my chest, sadness. For the most part, it's been happiness. And now we're going to go into July, and it's my favourite month of the year, and I'm going to get even happier. So I love July. It's my birthday month. It was my sister's birthday month. It's the birthday month for a couple of friends. It's the birthday month for my cousin, that one that we were on holiday playing cards with, and he doesn't know how to play cards. It's his birthday in July. So it's always felt like a really celebratory month from that point of view. Also, it's summer. Yay, and we finally have summer. And it's been so nice to, to have that warmth, to put up, another summer frock today, to just put a dress on. I love summer because it's hassle-free. My morning is hassle-free. You get up, you put a dress on, you're ready to go. It's not like the winter when you're like, 17 layers, and where's my thermals, and where's my thickest socks, and or do I need 2 pairs of socks, so therefore I need a thin pair and a thick pair, and coordinate. No, in the summer, frock, trainers, I'm out. That's it. That's all the prep I need to do for the day. Yay! So I'm chuffed that it's summer. I'm definitely a summer girl. And actually, it feels all the more precious this year for such a long, chilly, wet, miserable spring. Honestly, it's like right up to the beginning of June. There were a couple of evenings in June where I used my blanket on the sofa when I was reading in the evening. There were a couple of nights where I woke up and needed an extra blanket on the bed. In June, for heaven's sake. But we seem to have turned a corner in the last couple of weeks of June, and now it's blue skies, sunshine all the way, and I love it. I love that warmth. Oh, I just feel more like me in the summer. I know some people hate it because of heat, and when it gets too hot, I feel a bit if I have to work. But yeah, each to their own. I'm not saying summer is right and winter is wrong. Don't have a go at me. I just prefer it and love it. Although it's a bit weird, I'm so pale this year. I've hardly been outside. Yes, so all of that. But of course, one of my other reasons for loving July, anyone who's been around on my channel for a while will know. Yes! I am sports mad. I am absolutely sports mad. And it just so happens that my favourite sports are summer sports. So tennis, and of course so far we've had Queen's, Edgbaston. We're just finishing at Eastbourne before Wimbledon starts. I can't wait. I have to calm down. I'm really excited. Okay, so never mind Wimbledon. What has started today? Rob, the beautiful Rob in Canada, bit of an early birthday present. Thank you. It's the official Tour de France guide again. Oh my goodness. It's full of all sorts of goodies. I've already got my magazine part is out. It's got all my team details, which is great, of course. But the thing I love, let me find today, the thing I really love about this is, look at that. It's I'll do it that way up. That's a proper map, that is. Proper mappage. And all the details at the stage, and here it details where we've got all the climbs, sprints, what have you. Pig in mud. Brilliant. So that's, I'm trying to get this. It's Saturday morning for me right now. I've already been whizzed out to the post office. I'm getting this video ready for you all, because then I want to get this on and listen to it as I'm working today. So brilliant Tour de France, Wimbledon, and of course, I'm so excited where to put it. It's the Paralympics and the Olympics this year, and because it's in Paris, there's virtually no time difference. So I will get to see as much of it as I want around work. I have planned and organised my life. Oh, I'm coming to the house now. To the nth degree. I'm a planner, and I have a daily list. Sometimes it's so big it needs a clipboard. I have a weekly list, but I also have a monthly list, and the monthly list is quite scant. It's often it'll just be 2 words. It'll say kitchen, garden, bathroom, garden or whatever. And I'm pretty much on the schedule I set for myself back in, actually it was in December I set the schedule for this year. And I've organised my life so that for the next 4 to 5 weeks, I'm going to be focused massively on sewing. I need to sew, I need to generate some income, for goodness sakes. And the reason I'm going to be sewing every day is that I can listen to sport all day and all night as I work. So I'm going to be working, but I'm going to get to enjoy Wimbledon, the tour, the Paralympics, the Olympics. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. As far as the house situation goes, well, you'll see as we go through July, you'll see where I'm at with the flat. The plan, I think I'm on track for, I think at the end of August, hang on. It's cooling down now. But I think by the end of August, I'll be getting estate agents in to give me a value, and then I can interview them all and decide which one I want to use, and then that's when I will become a full-time home hunter. Yay! It's happening. Right, my gorgeosities. Have I rattled on for long enough? I think that kind of brings you all up to speed with what occurred in June, the fact that I'm really excited for July. Generally, just generally loving life for all these different weights lifting, all these weights lifting off me of getting things done, and it's not just stuff to do with the house. There's been some emotional weight that I've been getting rid of, and just all sorts, and quite a lot that you won't see on camera. In fact, quite a lot that I may never even talk about particularly, but I think it's noticeable. I think you'll notice it. So yeah, there's been a lot of work going on. It's great. Just happy. I'm knackered. I'm really, really, really pooped. And like I said, my body today hurts top to toe. So this is perfect timing now for me to quietly sit and prepare you to be released into the wild. Tomorrow, it'll be Sunday when you see this. And once I've released you into the wild, I'm just going to sit back and watch the first. I'm going to have a day off today. It's Saturday. Well, this is work a little bit. It'll be a bit of work on the computer, but then the rest of the day I'm having the day off to enjoy the first day of the Tour de France, which you can watch for free on, what's it called? ITVX. Yeah, is it on ITVX? Yeah, you can find it on ITVX. So I'm going to set myself up with my laptop on the sofa, rest my poor screaming body for a day, enjoy the tour. The only slight with the tour this year is my favourite, and he's the guy who's won for the last 2 years, Vinegar. Not Vinegar, Paul. The two top guys are Vinegar and Pogacar. Paul misheard me and thought I said vinegar and focaccia. Anyway, yeah, Vinegar had was injured back in April, was it? He hasn't raced since. So this is his first race since his injury. So he's going to be really, really race rusty. So I don't know that he'll do it this year, but I'm sure he'll put up a good fight. Anyway, you don't need that kind of detail, do you? Because I know a lot of you could not care less. That's fine. Each to their own. Don't knock it, because I love it. I'm not going to knock what you love, so please don't knock what I love, but I will probably try to stop talking about it so that I don't annoy you. All right, lovelies, it's good to be back. Welcome to, well, it's June still, but welcome to July, the best month in the year. And I'm going to see you quite a lot throughout July as we catch up on everything that I've been up to. So until the next one, look after yourselves. Be excited for life. Cheerio, gorgeosities.